Hey guys, Gardenish. I wanted to take you all on a quick farm stand tour today. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I finally have it where I want it to be, at least for the time being. And I just want to give you an idea of what it takes and what goes into the planning of putting out a farm stand yourself. If you're able to, or you've been thinking about it, this is probably the video you want to watch, or at least to spark some things in your brain to make you go, oh, I didn't think about that. So that's what this video is. Also give you ideas. You know, sometimes the seasons get slow. What do you put in there to keep people engaged and keep them coming back for more? So let's go for a walk to the front yard and check it out. So first of all, I'm really close to the road. I have a very good location for a farm stand, but I apologize, in this video, you're probably going to hear traffic. I'm going to try and minimize that as much as possible. But literally, this is my front porch, front door, my feet, porch that needs to be restained. And there's our farm stand. So let's go check it out and say hi to Lionel Richie as we go. So first of all, I have my signs that tell you there's a local market stand here, and that also tells you, hey, we take cash, Venmo, and PayPal. So that way, if they don't have cash on them, they can use a digital payment method. So here's my house. Here's the farm stand. People can drive up, have plenty of space for parking. As soon as you walk in, you see there's fresh eggs. Farm stand is always open. I keep it open 24/7. Do I minimize what's in there at night? Yes, because we do get walkers in town, and that's something that I don't want things to get stolen from me. So this kind of helps minimize if things do get stolen, which I'm knocking on wood. We haven't had that problem yet. So first off, these are my baskets. Right now I've got just some hand-cut flowers. What I do put in those during the season is any kind of garden goodies. I was able to put tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, that kind of stuff. Right now, the garden is being a jerk, so it's the end of season. Nothing's very high quality. If it is worth anything, I put it out here for free. So that way people at least get some kind of goodie. I have 2 solar fans up here because in the summer it gets really hot. So there's my solar fans. Different times of the day, the sun hits them and they are on. So I just keep that one latch latched. I don't lock the whole thing. I have a chain back here, so when I'm doing things out here, I can keep my door open without any problems. And if anyone needs to, they can see a sign that says open door. They can use the chain to hold the door open. And then I have a couple of different things up here that they're just local. I have a local beef guy came by and asked if he could put his sign in here. I said, heck yeah, let's do it. So my payment for that was a loaf of cheddar jalapeno sourdough bread that his wife makes. So that was my trade to keep his advertisement in here. So hopefully he gets plenty of people calling him this year from that. I've got my bags hanging here. I just got everything pretty much primarily is from Amazon at this point. I don't have an Amazon list. If you're interested in wondering where this stuff came from, I can find a link and send it to you. But yeah, so I've got my bags. Those are any type of, if they're small items like my cherry tomatoes, I keep baggies in here, and then I've just got my regular plastic bags. Now, these are my cute bags that also come with my tissue paper. These are for sale. I believe they're $3 each. If you need to buy one, you can make a gift out of anything out of here. And you can use the pretty bag on your way to your party, you forget, or you don't want to go to the local DG, which is Dollar General. You can just stop by here and grab something. So doors open. Up here is everything you see. I've got my pay box back there. It is lockable. People can put their cash in there. I've not had checks yet, but if they need to put a check in, I'm going to let them put a check in. I don't care. There's my Amazon purchased digital payment options. I did that customizable. You can get any kind you want and make it any size you want, and that was simple. So I did that. Down here I just hung this hook system came with my, I think this is considered a garden shed. Let's see, I have these hooks up here. I have these hooks up here, and these hold all of my dry goods. This dill was originally fresh, but now it's dry. This mullein was originally fresh, but now it's dry from hanging up, and that's okay. Some people want the dry mullein leaves so they can use it for tea. These dill bunches, all of these seeds are viable for next year. So if somebody wants to buy one of these for $1, go for it. You got a whole plethora of seeds for next year. Let's see, next I've got a notepad up here. All it is just for people. Tell me what you bought. You don't have to put the price on. I just want to know what they bought so I don't miss something if I need to refill it. These are my YouTube channel cards in case somebody wants to be subscribed or check out my channel. I've decided to put a local business card. This is just a cut-off envelope that I've taped up into here, and it's local businesses. We've got some family members that have local businesses, and you know what? I'm going to promote them as much as I can. Up top, you see that up there? That up top there is a little bit of lights that I use. They're solar lights. It keeps this thing lit up at nighttime. So I keep that up top. They run out the back. Sorry, I told you it's going to be loud with traffic. And it keeps it lit up enough for somebody at nighttime to use. So I make my homemade bug spray. That's what I keep in here all the time. The local honey I get from multiple people. My father-in-law, he has bees. I have some other local folks down by my business. They have bees, so I was able to get some really cheap honey. I bought these little honey dippers. I had those actually from Christmas gifts. I had a ton of them, so I just decided to add them to my cute jars. So that's what I do. I make loose leaf tea. So these were left over from Christmas gifts. And you know what? I'm going to sell them because I paid for them. I need to sell them. So my tea infusers are pretty cheap. But everything's here that somebody would want if they want to try loose leaf tea and have never tried it before. There's directions on my package. You flip it over. I've got directions on my package. It's got the ingredients. I've got the different types of compostable tea bags, and they're all natural, compostable. And then I've got this reusable one if somebody really wants to dig into getting into tea. Down here I've got, right now, let's see, our mason jar bouquets are $8. The gift bags, which includes a card. There is a card inside of those bags. It's a blank, cute card, so they can write whatever they want. That's the $3. I have homemade vanilla. I'm going to do that as the fall comes in because it's not quite ready yet, and I don't need to keep a bunch of that out here when it's been so hot. I have my honey garlic. That's still inside the house because I don't want that to get hot either. So I'm waiting for the temperatures to cool down a little bit. You know what does go like hotcakes? My fire cider. There's a little bit of fire cider right here. People love it. $5 a piece. It's going to keep the gunk away, and I make it. So I have a plethora of it also. Inside here, these are my eggs. Actually, here, let me move that down. Inside of my eggs carton, I keep at least 1 dozen or 1 6-pack of eggs in here every night. I sold 4 dozen eggs today. So right now, I'm running a little low. Got to replenish tomorrow, but I don't need to put anything else out here right now. If somebody comes in, I'm home, I can give them more eggs from back where I keep my stash. So that is the gist of the outside and what's inside so far. Now, what do you do when things aren't in season? One thing I do is I grow microgreens. I don't have any microgreens in here right now. Why? Because I've been too lazy to grow microgreens in my living room. So I just haven't done it. I put my microgreen sign out. I'll show you the sign a little bit better later. But I have interchangeable signs that I put out front so that way people can see what's going on. And I also have my chalkboard that changes every once in a while just because, you know, you need to change it up. You need to keep it fresh. People get tired of looking at the same old thing. Here's the seasonal stuff that I do. Seasonal. I got a really good deal on corn stalks this year. The people we rent our river lot from has cornfields around the whole thing. And I was able to purchase corn stalks from them for super cheap so I can bundle them myself and get them to people that want them. On my Facebook page, I actually offer delivery. If someone local wants corn stalks and they don't have a way to get them home, I've got a trailer. I'll throw them in my trailer and take them down to you. I don't care. We'll figure it out. The pumpkins and gourds, I've got a local farmer that I get them from for super cheap, and I'm able to sell them, bring them home, sell them for people that wouldn't necessarily go where I go, and they can get the cool pumpkins, which I'm running low. I need to fill up my my wheelbarrow. But there's my other self-service stand. That's the other sign that I've got. It tells people, hey, we are open, and that thing stays up all the time. The only time that thing has been not up is when we went on vacation to Florida, and the stand got locked and nobody could get anything because we weren't home and I wasn't here to mess with it. Yeah, there you go. There's the view. Everything's up front, visible, easy to access. There's directions for things. Sometimes people don't follow directions. I'm just going to let you know. But make it to where if they don't follow directions, it's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. My open sign, this was the sign I got when we went out of town. It also says closed on the back. Hopefully I don't have to use that other than when I go out of town or when it gets super cold this winter and chickens aren't laying eggs and everything's freezing. I'm probably not going to have this thing open then. But on the back side, so there's a note on the bottom of my egg sign that if you take the last batch of eggs, put out the sold out eggs sign, and people do it. They follow the directions and they do it. That way anyone that's driving by knows that there's no eggs here. If that's all you're coming for, keep on going. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. That's it. What I do, I put it on a pallet, and I actually was able to connect it to my pallet with L brackets that came with the garden shed. So that's it. Oh, and guess what else I put out here? In case people do buy, when they do buy corn stalks, because we've had people, I've got scissors and twine if they need to put them on top. So yeah, that's just the little things you can do to make things easier for people. But so far, this thing works out great. And let me show you my signage out here. So, you've seen this. Well, my lovely Nick, he installed my metal post for my signs. It was just scrap that we had on the side lot. And then I've got each of these, and I've got one that says microgreens on it. And I literally have someone coming up right now. So that's it, guys. There's the farm stand. There's the road. There's the front of the house. It's so easy when you have a great location. And this is all I have to do every day is go up and down my steps. So, hi, Witty. How you doing, buddy? Hi. He thought I was going to step on him. Here's Duke. These are the porch kitties. So I use that as an advertising tactic. Whenever it's really hot, I put my eggs up here on this bench to keep them out of the sun. And I always make sure I get the kitties in a picture and tell them that the kitties are not for sale, but they love attention and they love being petted. So I tell people to pet the kitties if they see them. So that's the farm stand. My number one tip for anyone that wants to try this and attempt it is make a list. Make a list of the things you need, the things you want to sell, the options you can sell that maybe aren't right at your fingertips, but they come from local sources, like my honey. I don't have bees. I have to tell myself every day, you don't need bees, Nat. You've got people around you that have bees. You don't need them. So that's the way I keep myself not overwhelming myself in the things that I do on a daily basis. But the corn stalks, I wasn't going to sell corn stalks. That wasn't even on my list. But as soon as I heard that they were maybe available, I talked to the people and we made it happen. So, you gotta put a little bit of money out front to get your stand, however you're gonna do it. whether you're handy and you can make a pallet stand for free, it's just going to take your time, go for it. Me, I don't have that kind, I'm sorry, I don't have that, this is my microphone if anybody's wondering. I don't have that kind of time to make a stand. Nick has the capability, but he doesn't have the time either. So what I did was I bought an $80 garden shed off of Amazon. I think it was $82 when I bought it. You know what? It does the job. Yes, I took the time to put it together, but once it was together, I can unscrew that thing from that pallet and I can walk it all the way back to the back of my property if I don't want to use it anymore. And that was a big deal for me. I needed to be able to be self-sufficient with this thing. I want to do it. It's all mine to do. So yes, I take the time every day. Every morning I bring out more supplies. Every evening I take those supplies out. The girl that just showed up, thank goodness I was here. She wanted more honey than what I had in the stand. So I just gave her a clean ball jar, poured my bulk honey into it, and sold it to her actually cheaper than what a bear would have cost her. So, you know, there's perks up and down, and it's this game of tug and war, and you're not doing it to make $1 million unless you're selling baked goods. Those people, they're millionaires, I think, at this point, because baked goods go like hotcakes. I plan on putting some bread out there as the season comes into closer to Christmas, fall, that type of thing. Things get cooler. I'm going to throw some sourdough out there. But you also have to be careful of your laws. Know your county laws, know your jurisdiction's laws, know your city limit laws, you know, that kind of stuff. You have to be really careful on things. Cottage laws come into place when you do this kind of stuff. If you sell jams and jellies and different preserved items, they may not be available to sell them this way. And if they are available to sell this way, you might have to have specific things on their labels, and you have to have specific fonts on their labels. The other thing you need to be careful of is if you live in a neighborhood, watch out for an HOA. And if you don't have an HOA, watch out for Karen down the street, because she may not like that you're bringing traffic into her neighborhood, and she may try to throw everyone in your town at you because she doesn't like what you're doing to her neighborhood. I'm telling you what it's like. Like I said, knock on wood, I have not had any problems with theft. I have not had any problems with people being jerks. The one time somebody did short me money, she left me a note because she didn't have enough cash and didn't have Venmo or something like that. And you know what? The next week, she put extra money in my cash bin because she was thankful and appreciative that I was willing to work with her. So yes, there's free things available to people. In the summertime, when I have my ground cherries, not a lot of people have had a ground cherry. And guess what? I put them out there in a little container for free. And I've got some tongs, and I tell people how to eat them. You unwrap them and enjoy. And you know what? People have told me thank you for introducing those to us, because we've heard of them or they've never heard of them. So I'm happy to be that person. That's what I'm about. I want people to learn from me, but I like helping out the community, and people are very appreciative of what I'm doing here. So if you can do it, do it. It's a great thing. I have a girlfriend that put hers up. She's got great road frontage there for it. So, and advertise. Facebook is great. I advertise on all the community pages, and I'm sure people get sick and tired of seeing my Farmstand, you know, Facebook page going on there, the Gardenish page. But you know what? That's the only way you're going to get through to people. They'll forget about you. So, you know, keep it updated. You just have to be diligent on what you're doing, and it'll be all right. And like I said, if it's overwhelming, minimize your stuff. You have total control of that thing. And if you have too many things going on inside of it for you to handle, people are going to notice that, and they're going to notice that it's a mess and it's chaos. Simplify it. Keep it simple. People just want the things they want, and if you can offer what they want, they'll be there. So anyway, that's my quick video. I hope everyone has a great day, a great night, great weekend, whatever it is that you're watching this, and I hope everyone's safe. Bye. You want to see the garden kitty?